Well, bless the Lord, brothers and sisters. So happy to be back yet again. I thank God for you tuning in. It's been quite a while, I have to admit, since I've made a video. But guess what? When I'm here, I'm here. And it doesn't mean that I didn't have any desire to have more videos all the time. I have desires all the time to make videos more often than not. But brothers and sisters, the truth of the matter is, I am not going to make a video to appease my flesh. It's not about me, And when I'm led to make a video, I will. I have over 500, hear me, 500 videos. And that's a whole lot of content. So if I don't make a video, I hope that you can rewind the tape, rewind, and go back to the files. And one thing about what I try to do is try to make these videos timeless in a sense that it could be relevant or classic, if you would, if you hear it years to come. Sometimes time is even more important than money. What are you talking about, Samantha? How could that possibly be? Brothers and sisters, if I said today that I would give you $100 million, not saying that I have it, let's get that perfectly straight, but just saying, let's pose a question. If I or someone said, I will give you $100 million today, but you have a contingency. No, you don't have to sell your soul. No, you don't have to beat up an old lady down the street. No, you don't even have to, do anything sexual or heinous to get it. What if somebody said, I will give you $100 million right now? But the only contingency, hear me, is that you can only spend it and live for one day. Oh, man. So that $100 million is not that appetizing now, is it? Some of y'all out there like, forget that. You could keep that, bruh. I don't want it. So that $100 million right now is not so appetizing now, is it? So that $100 million now is not so attractive now, is it? So what does that say? That just goes to show you the value of time versus, hear me, the value of money. Oh, man. I'm just trying to blow your mind just a little bit. I've come back from a short hiatus of time, and I just want to make you realize that your time, my time on this earth, on God's green earth, is more precious than money. And what you do with your time is even more precious than that. So ask yourself, are you wasting your time in bad relationships? Are you wasting your time in bad careers? Are you wasting your time in bad vocations or jobs? Are you wasting valuable time giving time to people who don't quite value who you are or your time? If time was more important than money, your whole outlook of life changes subsequently. Why are you wasting so much of it? We waste so much time doing so many things that bring us closer and closer to the pit of eternity. What we need to be focused on, brothers and sisters, is surrounding ourselves with people who are going to be a blessing and a provision to your life. Not a hindrance, not a curse, but someone who could literally edify your existence. If you are around or wasting your time with things that are not going to benefit you long term, you're wasting your time. Just think of it. All of the rappers and singers and entertainers and people who are not famous, people in your family, neighbors, people that you went to school with, whoever you know about or heard about that didn't make today, that died days ago, weeks ago, months ago, years ago, seconds ago. Do you think that they saw that coming? A lot of them didn't even see it coming. And those who did see it coming, whether it be natural causes, sickness, freak accidents, whatever happens, however it happened, right? I bet that they probably was thinking things like, if I only had more time. You are on this side. You have more time. You have time to listen to this message. You have time to go, to make money, to do things, to live your life, right? But the bottom line is, I believe if they had opportunities to start all over again better, to make wiser decisions so that they can live to see just one more day, their whole outlook on time in life will be totally different. This is why there's an emphasis and urgency to make this message on time, brothers and sisters, because guess what? It is not promised to you or me. It's not promised that you're going to see tomorrow or next week. It's not promised. Time is so precious, and it behooves you to look at it differently now. It's important that you don't spend hours doing things that will not edify your soul. If it is not going to bring you closer to God, if it is not going to cleanse you and get all the monsters out of your spirit, then don't waste your time giving it your time or energy or life. Time is something we cannot get back. Whatever you did yesterday, whatever you did last week, whatever you did months ago, listen, that time is gone. So if you had the opportunity to see past next week, to see past next month, what are you going to do today to make the most out of that time? Are you going to waste your life in other people's business? Are you going to be a busybody, a gossiper, downgrading others? Are you going to waste your time eating popcorn when you see others down? Are you going to waste your time, brothers and sisters, trying to do things that appeases the flesh to make the flesh feel good? Brothers and sisters, this is serious. I'm not quite sure if you realize the fact that God has allowed you time. And if you realize that God has allowed you time, something that is more precious than money. Listen, I just posed the question. Rewind this video. In the very beginning, you said yourself, hear me, that $100 million, if I gave you $100 million that I had, but you can't see tomorrow, you don't want it. You don't want that money. So what you are actually saying is that your life is worth more than $100 million, $500 million, Priceless, really. Right? So if your life is priceless, if you are royalty, why are so many people doing things and wasting time that they can't get back? Oh, you're going to do some inventory today, brothers and sisters. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me. Think these videos are just for you? Time is so precious, brothers and sisters. And now that you heard this video, and I pray that more are to come, it just puts things in perspective. Don't waste your time wasting time. You are so important, and you have a mission and a mandate to live an abundant, blessed life. And with that being said, all of that selfishness and all of that gossip and all of that evil and all of that witchcraft, listen, all of those ghouls and goblins and all of that crazy mint should not enter in your tomorrow. So if that means that you have to repent of the things that you've done or the things that you were conspiring to do tomorrow before you heard this message, I pray that you look at your life differently, because I'm telling you the truth. I heard that Aaron Carter died, allegedly found in a bathtub. Whitney Houston found in the bathtub. Her daughter found in the bathtub. Prince found in the elevator. Michael Jackson. These people who a lot of you worship, do you really think that all of that money, fame, and publicity and all of that, do you really think that they would hold on tight to it and rebuke another day? No. Brothers and sisters, if they could see one more moment on this earth, they would give up all the money. Because I'm telling you the truth, brothers and sisters, the way that they were living, I can't guarantee that everybody's going to be going to heaven. No, no, no. So the way you live now, according to what God has mandated you to do while you're here breathing His air, you better make the most of your time. Bless the true and living God.